Hey guys, Thogden here, and welcome back to a brand new video. Now today, we're going on to game week 6 of our Premier League predictions. Now I know what you're thinking, Thogden, what's happened to your bloody voice? And you're right, I've had a shocker. I went on a night out, and my voice has not been the same today. You're just gonna have to put up with it for one video.
You need to drink some Jägermeisters, that's what you need, Thoggy. But I tell you what, last week, 4 points to this mug. 5 points to George Benson out there in Bali with the monkeys behind him. What a legend he is. But way out ahead with 9 points. Hey, Thog Dad.
The only
Normal
difference is...
service has been
No,
resumed.
hold on. You just got one game lucky. And that's the only reason you're ahead of me in GPFC.
I'll tell you what, guess 33, Thogden 35 and 39 points. Let's get the trophy out. It is Thog Dad.
This is not normal results. I'm telling you, I'm going to win this year. And this time round, we've got Ellis on as a guest. So I'm worried, because he's usually pretty good.
He is a legend with a great shirt collection. But you know what? 22,000 likes last week. That is the George Benson effect. Or maybe it's the Thog Dad effect. I don't know. I'm going to be more modest this week. If we get 20,000 likes, then your voice will recover.
Oh, you mug. You mug. You had to bring my voice into it, didn't you? You know, sometimes it sounds good, sometimes it's a bit shaky, but 20k likes and it'll be back to normal. Right, what's the first game, Thog Dad?
And the first game is Chelsea against Manchester City, first against fifth. Now, these are two teams who, between them all season, Theo, have only conceded 2 goals. Now, we saw Chelsea last weekend, didn't we? Against Tottenham Hotspur. I thought they were brilliant. And N'Golo Kante came on and changed the game. I thought Alonso was brilliant. Rudiger, Thiago, what a team they are, Theo.
They've got a great side, but they're facing Man City. And the last time Man City went to Stamford Bridge, they won 3-1. Now, I know what you're thinking. Frank Lampard was manager, and that was one of the games that got him sacked. It's a good record to have, and with De Bruyne back, who helped them win Wickham 6-1, he'll be thinking, I can do it again against Chelsea, you know?
I tell you what, since Thomas Tuchel arrived, there's been 24 Premier League games for Chelsea, 15 clean sheets. That is magnificent, Theo.
Yeah.
And Man City, a 0-0 draw against Southampton. Where did that come from?
Well, they need to bounce back, don't they? And if they can even get a draw against Chelsea, I see it as a good result, because Guardiola has lost 3 times in a row to Tuchel.
Yes.
And it's been big games. FA Cup final, Champions League final, and in the league at the Etihad. And listen, he's never played at the Bridge against Tuchel. This is the first time this game is happening. How do you think it's going to go?
Well, I'll tell you what, Pep has never lost 4 times in a row against the same opponent, never in his career. Do you know what, Theo? Chelsea 1, Manchester City 0.
What?
Chelsea will beat Man City.
You think the Guardiola record is going to be stopped? He's going to lose 4 times to a team in a row? Because he is such a top manager. It's an example of how he finds ways to win a game if he does go behind 3 times in a row. I can't see it happening.
Wow.
Guardiola won't let it happen. He's a world-class manager, and he'll find a way to draw this game. And I think his answer is De Bruyne and Foden, who are back for Man City, 1-1. Lukaku versus De Bruyne. It's the Belgian battle, isn't it?
It will be amazing. But Ellis away days, what do you reckon, mate?
Thank you, Thogden and Thog Dad. My name is Ellis from the YouTube channel Away Days. Last time I was on Prem Predictions was probably the worst performance you've ever had on here. So I'm going to redeem myself and be the best you've ever had. Starting with Chelsea against City, I've gone for a 1-0 to City. Chelsea have started the season great. I just have a feeling City will nick a 1-0 win.
Manchester United against Aston Villa, it's 3rd against 10th. These are 2 teams who won last week. And Man United, Theo, the top scorers in the league with 13. And a man called Cristiano Ronaldo is helping out there, hasn't he? 4 goals already for his club. But Jesse Lingard, what a goal.
Brilliant. And he was linked with Villa.
Yeah.
He was linked with Villa, so maybe he'll go on to score again. But the one I've got to speak about is Bruno Fernandes. 3 times he's faced Villa, 3 goals.
That is amazing, Theo. But I tell you what, Villa battered Everton 3-0. Who saw that coming? And a player I'm watching out for is Leon Bailey. If he keeps performing, he's going into my FPL team.
Dan, apparently he's got a little bit of an injury, which is a bit of a blow for Villa, because without him, I can't really see them getting any points. It's United away. You're facing Ronaldo. It's really difficult to come into this and think, oh yeah, Villa can come away with something. Bruno loves to score against Villa. Ronaldo loves to score full stop. I'm going to go Man United 2, Villa 0.
Back in the day, Theo, I remember this being one of the biggest games in football, and some reason I'm thinking 2-1 to Man United.
2-1 United?
Yeah.
Really? Well, you think Danny Ings to score a sneaky one, or?
Yeah, I think they'll get a goal from somewhere. United do that. They let you score, and then they'll batter you at the other end.
True, but I'm leaving Danny Ings on the bench in FPL. I'm not giving myself that much confidence. I'm telling you. I've got Luke Shaw in my team, and that is something.
That is a mistake. Play Danny Ings.
Really?
Yes. But Ellis, what do you reckon, mate?
By the way, I'm not going to sign Ronaldo yet. I'm not signing him. I'm keeping Bruno and Greenwood. I'm keeping the faith in the young boys. Over to Ellis.
Manchester United against Aston Villa is a weird one. I think Man U will struggle this season. Solskjaer will eventually get sacked, then a better manager will come in. And Villa did look great last weekend. So I'm going to go for a 2-2.
Everton against Norwich, now 6th against 20th. But Theo, we've not yet had a Thog Dad fact, have we? Now, Everton have got a terrible home record against newly promoted sides. The last 7 times they've faced them, they've lost 5. What do you think of that?
Hold on, really?
Yes.
That's mad. So the last 2 times, Norwich have been to Goodison, they've won.
Wow.
Unbelievable. I mean, this is Daniel Farke's opportunity to end that loss streak. You know, Everton have a lot of players out. Richarlison, not Damari Gray, but DCL's out, Pickford, Coleman. These are 4 senior players. They're all out. Norwich have an opportunity here. They've won there before. Can they do it again?
No is the answer. They've lost all 5 so far. I've got people saying to me they're going to not win all season. That would be ridiculous. Only scored 2 goals all season. I'm sorry, Everton 2-0.
No, I don't see it. They're literally starting Salomon Rondon with Damari Gray and Townsend. It's not the most incredible front 3 in the world. I think the likes of Josh Sargent are going to have a masterclass here. Norwich are ending the loss streak 1-1.
No chance there.
I believe in it. I believe in it.
What do you reckon, Ellis?
Everton against Norwich. Right, I know Everton have started the season well, and I know Norwich are awful, but I'm going for a 1-1. Come back to this video after that game and you'll be like, Jesus, he was right. Comment it.
Leeds United against West Ham United. It's the battle of the United, 17th against 8th. Now, Leeds this season, Theo, drawn 3, lost 2. Are they getting dragged in to a relegation battle?
Well, they're still yet to win in the Premier League, aren't
Yeah,
they?
they
We
are.
saw them win against Fulham, but it was a 0-0 that went on to penalties, and that wasn't even in the Prem. Leeds, they've got an injury crisis. We just spoke about Everton. Bamford's meant to be out. Okay, Rafinha's got a little injury. He might play, but he's got something little going on. Daniel James isn't even performing yet. He wasn't good against Fulham. They're going to need a lot from him because he's going to have to start. Strojic, Llorente, out. Can he come away with a point, Dan?
Well, we saw Leeds midweek against Fulham, and okay, it was a bit of a changed team, wasn't it, Theo? But
Yeah.
I wasn't impressed by Leeds, although the fans were absolutely brilliant.
They were good.
Now, West Ham, a question for you. If they get a penalty, who's going to take it?
Antonio? Declan
Yeah,
Rice?
yeah,
I don't
good
know.
shout.
Maybe Declan, I think he was meant to take it if Noble doesn't.
You know what? I've got a feeling here. Leeds United 1, West Ham 2. I think they're going to be too good for Leeds.
I think I agree, and I'm going to big you up one more. You know, when you play youth centre-backs that haven't got Premier League experience against Antonio, who's on the form of his life, just come back from a red card, maybe it's too good to be true. Maybe Leeds will go out there and find their first Premier League home win, but I can't see it. Leeds 1, West Ham 3.
Wow.
Benrahma, Antonio and Bowen to get the goals.
That is an enormous shout. Ellis, what do you reckon, pal?
So, I'm a Leeds fan. We're playing West Ham this weekend. I'm actually quite worried about our season, and I know West Ham are great. I think we win. I'm going to go for a 3-1 Leeds. It's one of them games. I just think we're going to finally click. I hope we finally click.
And the next game is Leicester City in 12th against Burnley of Lancashire in 19th. And I'll tell you something, Leicester have not clicked into gear yet. Now Vardy's got 3. And I'm hearing a rumour, Brendan Rodgers, Barcelona. What do you think about that there?
Well, if his head is turning, I can't see him beating Burnley. Because they're a side they've lost 4, drawn 1 from 5. Sean Dyche really needs the points. He's not got a great team, we all know that. And if Brendan Rodgers is thinking about the Barca job, Burnley will win this game. I'm serious.
That is a big statement, Theo, but Brendan Rodgers has got a 100% home record against Burnley. Burnley have got 1 point and 3 goals all season. Not good enough there.
No, it's not. And Burnley in the last 10 games going to King Power Stadium have never won there. Rotherham had went to Bolton and won for the first time, something since 1984.
Stop reminding me.
I know, but these records can be broken. It wouldn't be a surprise, especially the way the Foxes are playing at the moment. They did look better against Millwall. Iheanacho scoring and Lookman. Maybe they'll get a shout in the first team. They probably deserve it more than the others. For me, I'm going to go Leicester 2, Burnley 1. But it wouldn't surprise me if the boys in claret and blue get away with a win.
Wow, Leicester City 2, Burnley 0. Sorry to Alistair Campbell yet again. I can't see Burnley getting anything.
What a mug. Well, I did go for a Leicester win as well. But let's just go over to Ellis.
Leicester against Burnley. I think Burnley are in genuine trouble this season. I know Leicester haven't started the season great, but even still, I'm going for a 2-0 Leicester.
And now for Watford against Newcastle United, 11th against 18th. And I'll tell you what, Watford have already got 2 crucial wins, and they will fancy a third here, won't they, Theo? Ismail Assar, what a plug. Shall I buy him?
Yeah, buy him in FPL. He's been brilliant. And I've got Dennis, so I probably won't buy Sarr. Watford have never beaten a team more than the Geordies. And it's probably because of the travel.
Yeah.
It's a long way to go. You know, when you're an away team, you have to travel that far around the country. It's basically like going on a European tour, I tell you. We're doing that trip this Saturday. We're going to Sunderland, even that little bit further. So we know how it feels. But listen, I tell you what, the Hornets stung pain on the newly promoted side Norwich last week. I think they'll be inflicting more pain on Newcastle this week. I'm going to go Watford 2, Newcastle 1, Sarr and Dennis to score, and ASM to bag for Newcastle, as per usual.
Wow, that is a very big shout, and Ben Foster, I assume, will be in goal. I'm just going to agree with you. Watford to win 2-1.
And a little fact for you, which makes this game pretty cool. This is the first time an overseas referee will be refereeing a Premier League match.
No way.
An Australian, called Jared Gillett. Put a prawn on the barbie, mate. That's a booking, mate.
G'day, mate.
And you know he's given a penalty in each of his last 5 games.
Yeah.
That's a penalty, mate. That's a penalty.
Wait a
all
minute.
day long, mate.
Ellis, what do you think, pal?
Watford against Newcastle, I'm going for a 2-0 Watford.
Brentford against Liverpool, 9th against 2nd, both teams in the top half. Now, these two teams won last week, but 1947 was the last year when these two teams faced in the league, Theo.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they'd never faced before.
1947, not in the Premier League, in the old First Division, I guess.
Okay, so this is the first time they've faced in the new league.
Yes.
Which is mad to think, and of course the first time at their new stadium too, which just shows how much the Bees have been upgrading themselves as a football club over the last few years, but they've got to find it tough. You know, they've won 4 of their last 5 home games. Now they're playing Liverpool. And away from home, the last 3, they've won 3-0 in every single one of them.
That is massive, Theo. And midweek, they won 7-0 against Oldham Athletic, didn't they? And I tell you what, I've got a cheeky bet with Mark Goldbridge, and so has Paul Ince, that Brentford will survive. You don't agree, do you, Theo?
Wait, what are you on about here? You think Brentford will stay up?
They will stay up this season.
And Goldbridge said they're going to go down?
Yes.
What did Ince say?
And if they don't go down, that costs Goldbridge 600 quid to charity.
100 from you, 500 from
Yeah.
That's the bet he had.
Ince went big.
He did. So Ince reckons they'll stay up as well?
Yes.
Goldbridge is in the mud here, boys. But it's all for charity. It is all for charity. I'm going to go Brentford 1, Liverpool 3. I know they're great at home, and I think they'll score. Maybe Ivan Toney, but Liverpool, they're just amazing at the moment, aren't they?
They are amazing. I said they were second alphabetically, but they've got the exact same record as Chelsea. And if you want to hear a Thogdad fact, Theo, Liverpool have played at 59 stadiums in the Premier League and won at 57. The Brentford Community Stadium will be their 60th stadium.
Well, of course, and it's their first chance to do it, so it's not like they're holding a record against them, but still, that's a really good fact.
I reckon Liverpool would be just too good. 2-0 to Liverpool.
Salah to score?
Yes.
Mane to score?
No, Jota.
Ooh, okay. Over to Ellis.
Brentford against Liverpool just screams goals to me. I'm going to go for a 4-2 Liverpool win, but I think Brentford will be alright this season. It's not the series. Move on.
Southampton against Wolverhampton Wanderers. It's 15th against 16th. Theo, it's a team who've drawn 4 against a team who have lost 4. But I tell you what about Southampton.
Yeah.
They've only conceded 6 goals this season. That's not bad.
Really?
Because I was worried about their defence, to be quite honest.
Well, it's funny. Wolves, you know, they've played very good football.
Yes.
They've had the 3rd most shots on goal, but they're not winning games.
I know.
Bruno Lage, he's a good manager, and I think he's playing some good stuff, but it's not clicking yet, is it?
It isn't. They've only scored 2 goals, but I reckon it ends here. Southampton 0, Wolves 1.
It's funny you say that. It really is funny because Southampton, they're searching for a win as well.
Yeah.
They're the draw specialists. But I agree with you. Southampton 1, Wolves 2. And I am begging for an Adama Traore contribution. I brought him in on FPL. It's not worked out yet. I'm so hopeful. He's been playing well, hit the bar last game. Please, bring me the points. And anyway, over to Ellis. What do you reckon, mate?
Southampton against Wolves, I think, screams 1-1. Although I do think Wolves are going to struggle, because I don't think Bruno Lage is a great manager.
Arsenal against Tottenham Hotspur. It's the North London derby. It's 13th against 7th. Now, Arsenal have won the last 2 games, but only scored 2 goals all season. But I'll tell you something. Their record in the North London derby, the last 28 games, Theo, they've only lost 1 at home.
Yeah.
Which is quite amazing. So surely an Arsenal win.
Surely, because the last 4 times these teams have played, the home team has won. It is heading towards an Arsenal win, but you look at the state of their team. Do they really have the capability to win against against better players like Son and Kane, who are both scoring at the moment.
Well, I tell you what, we went to Spurs-Chelsea last weekend. I was not impressed by Spurs. And I'll tell you what, a lot of the fans around us getting really annoyed at the players. They were having a right go at them, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
I'd say the only player who can hold his head up high, Hugo Lloris.
I thought Ndombele was decent. Kane and Son. They want to put a message out to North London. Go out there and run the game. They can. Spurs can win this. But I'm going to go for home advantage because, let's be real, the home team usually wins. And Aubameyang, he started to score again.
Absolutely. And midweek, Lacazette got on the score sheet. And Ødegaard, what a goal last weekend for that lad. Brilliant.
So I'm going to go Arsenal 2, Spurs 1. Do you agree with me?
I sort of agree. Arsenal to win 1-0.
Okay, we see. Right, Ellis, are you going to make it a triple of Arsenal wins? Are you thinking something else?
North London derby. I actually think Arsenal win it. I'm going to go for a 1-0 Arsenal.
And finally, Crystal Palace against Brighton and Hove Albion. It's 14th against 4th. Brighton are in a Champions League place, and Josh Fusion will be delighted by that. I tell you what, we went to this derby 2 years ago. It's a great crack. They call it the M23 derby, although I think the fans hate that.
Yeah.
But you know what? Odsonne Edouard, will he play in this game, Theo?
Their fans will be screaming for it. He scored 2, and they barely gave him any minutes.
I know.
Against Liverpool, I don't know what they were expecting off the bench from him. Vieira, get your tactics right. Start Odsonne Edouard. If Palace want to win this game, he's their best opportunity at doing that. He knows where the goal is right now.
Absolutely, but Brighton have won 4 out of 5 this season. We knew they'd do better than last season, but 4th place, that is absolutely incredible. But because this is a derby game, it's at Palace's ground.
Form goes out the window, doesn't it?
I'm just going to go 1-1 here.
I'm going to go 2-2. I think there will be a draw. I think 1-1's more likely, and that usually is the thing. We usually agree on the win, draw, loss, but I go for something a bit more nutty. I do get the extra point because of the 4-goal system that we put in this year in Prem predictions. I just think it'll be goal crazy because Vieira's going to fire them up. Graham Potter's got great knowledge in the Premier League in this derby. Overall, I think we're seeing a 4-goal thriller. We might even be there. It's that good.
Wow, that is a very big shout.
We don't actually have tickets. I'm just saying. We're ready to go. Anyway, let us know what you reckon's going to happen. But Ellis, what are you thinking?
Finally, another London derby. Palace against Brighton. I'm going to go for a 2-2 again. I think both sides are going to probably be safe this season. If Edouard can keep firing like he did in the last game against Spurs, they'll be fine. I'm going to go for a score draw. Thank you, Mr. Theo and Fogdad. Thank you for having me on the channel again. I've been Ellis from Away Days. I love this series.
And that's it. Theo, you didn't ask me about my shirt.
What is your shirt, Fogdad?
It is Halifax Wanderers of Canada. Big shout out to Trip Lawrence who sent me 2 shirts. What a legend.
A Canadian football team.
Absolutely, called the Wanderers.
We all love the Wanderers. That's it. Thank you so much. Right, can we get 20,000 likes plus?
Of course we can. The TDL is massive, Theo. Don't ever doubt them. Don't ever doubt them. I'll get angry.
I don't even want to talk anymore. My voice is about to go. But the videos never stop. We will put everything on the line to continue the content coming to your screens. Smash the subscribe button. It is not going anywhere. We're always here talking about footy with you guys. See you in a bit.
I'm off to Sunderland. See you.
See you. Bye.